Taittiriya Upanishad. Taittiriya Upanishad is called so because of various reasons. One reason is that there was one sage called Taittiri in the lineage of sages who propagated this Upanishad. There are 3 chapters called Shikshavalli, Brahmavalli and Bhriguvalli based on the first word of each chapter. The first chapter discusses many kinds of preparatory disciplines called sadhanas to refine the mind to receive the teaching of the Upanishad. The teacher wishes for the success of all his students. The Upanishad prescribes upasana or meditation on the connection or union between various entities. In this meditation, we take physical symbols and invoke the objects of meditation upon them. 5 such upasanas are detailed. Samhita Upasana. Samhita means the conjunction of Vedic letters. Letters are used as symbols to invoke various devatas like Agni for meditation. Vyahriti Upasana, where these words are used as symbols: Bhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha. Virat Upasana, meditation upon the universe. The entire universe is divided into 3 groups of 5 members and focused upon. How? The micro, individual, is divided into 3 groups of 5 members each, and the macro, universe, members are invoked on the micro members. Hiranyagarbha Upasana. Hiranyagarbha is the total subtle body of the universe. You visualize the subtle body of the universe upon your own mind. Ishvara Upasana. Ishvara is the total causal or potential state of the universe. You visualize Ishvara upon Omkara. The teacher concludes this chapter by advising the students to be austere, truthful and dutiful. The second chapter, Brahmavalli, describes Brahman as consciousness. This is one of the most famous definitions in Vedic literature. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, where Jnanam stands for consciousness. Anantam means infinite, not limited either by time or space. Satyam means eternal, existence in all 3 periods of past, present and future. In other words, Brahman is the eternal, all-pervading consciousness. The Upanishad says this Brahman is hidden in the cave of the heart and in the supreme space. How do we realize this Brahman or Atma? The Upanishad uses these words interchangeably and gives us a method to do so. This section requires knowledge of the Panchakosha or the 5 layers of the human body. See Fundamentals of Vedanta videos. The Upanishad takes us from the gross to the subtle using the Panchakosha Viveka method. Apply this principle. Whatever I experience or know is different from me, the subject. Attention is drawn to the food layer or Annamaya Kosha, and it is said to be the Atma. Then the Upanishad says no, that's not it, and we are directed to the energy layer or Pranamaya Kosha. Then to the Manomaya Kosha, mind layer. Next the Vijnanamaya Kosha, the intellect. And finally the Anandamaya Kosha or causal layer. The Upanishad negates all these 5 layers and finally says the experiencer witness principle is the Atma. So finally, I am not the body with consciousness, but I am the consciousness with a body. The Upanishad gives 3 benefits of Brahman knowledge: fulfillment or Ananda, freedom from fear, and freedom from sorrow. The last chapter is called Bhriguvalli. Bhrigu goes to his father Varuna and says, "Teach me Brahman." Varuna says, "That from which these beings are born, that by which when born these beings live, that into which they enter upon departing, that you should know. That is Brahman." Brahman is revealed as the source of the entire universe, the sustainer of this universe, and into which the universe resolves and becomes unmanifest. Brahman is Jagat Shrishti Titi Layakaranam. Another way to say this, Brahman is that consciousness from which all matter arises, in which all matter rests, and into which all matter resolves. Thus consciousness is the cause and matter is an effect. Varuna uses the same Panchakosha Viveka method to teach Brihu about Brahman. Starting from the food layer, he proceeds to the energy layer, the mind layer, the intellect layer, and finally the causal layer, beyond which lies Brahman, the self, the witness principle. The Upanishad stresses the importance of food. Don't criticize food. Respect food. Don't throw away food. It advises that everyone should make more food and offer food to other people. The Upanishad finally prescribes a series of upasanas. Adhyatmika upasana, invoking God in the organs of my own body. Adi Daivika upasanas, invoking God in nature, stars, lightning, rain, cattle, space. And Virat upasana, meditation on the totality of the world and the interdependence of everything in it.